Amortization is the technical term for how your mortgage is paid off over time and determines the amount of your monthly mortgage payment. It's important to understand how amortization works so you know how much of your mortgage you have paid off and how much equity you have in your home at any given point over the life of your mortgage. Almost all mortgages amortize, which means you pay a monthly mortgage payment based on an amortization formula that pays down the mortgage balance completely and pays the lender the required amount of interest over the life of the mortgage. The mortgage payment is split between principal and interest. The principal component of your mortgage payment goes to paying down your mortgage balance, and the interest component of your mortgage payment goes to paying the lender for borrowing the money. Even though your monthly mortgage payment may not change over the life of the mortgage, the split between principal and interest changes a little bit every month. At the beginning of your mortgage, most of your monthly payment goes to paying interest. At the end of your mortgage, most of your monthly payment goes to paying principal. For example, a fixed rate mortgage has a constant payment over the life of the mortgage, but the principal component represents a small percentage of the monthly mortgage payment for the majority of the mortgage. For a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, it takes approximately 19 to 23 years to pay down half the mortgage, depending on the interest rate. Let's review an example to show how amortization works. Let's look at a $300,000 30-year fixed rate mortgage with an interest rate of 4%, and let's look at 3 years throughout the mortgage, year 1, year 15, and year 30. First, I'm going to show our mortgage payment below each year, and because this is a fixed rate mortgage, our monthly mortgage payment never changes, and it's $1,430 for all 3 years. Next, I'm going to draw a dark green line to show our mortgage balance. We will fill in the values for the mortgage balance for the 3 years over the course of our example. Now, let's take a look at year 1 and show the split between principal and interest. If you add up all of our mortgage payments for year 1, we pay approximately $11,900 in interest, which we show in red, as compared to $5,285 in principal, which we show in blue, and our year-end mortgage balance is $294,715. So the majority of our payments goes to paying interest. Now, let's look at year 15. If you add up all of our mortgage payments for year 15, we pay approximately $7,945 in interest as compared to $9,240 in principal, and our year-end mortgage balance is approximately $194,000. So as you can see, we are paying less in interest and more in principal over time. It's interesting to highlight that we are halfway through our mortgage, but we have paid off only 35% of our mortgage balance. Now, let's look at year 30, the last year of our mortgage. If you add up all of our mortgage payments for year 30, we pay only $365 in interest as compared to $16,820 in principal. And by the end of year 30, we have paid off our mortgage completely, so our mortgage balance is zero. So you can see that at the end of our mortgage, we pay almost all principal and no interest. It's important to point out the split between principal and interest changes depending on the interest rate. The lower the interest rate, the faster the principal reduction. It's important to understand how amortization works because it's helpful to know what your mortgage balance is and how much equity you have in your home throughout your mortgage. Additionally, certain housing-related items, such as the mortgage tax deduction benefit, change depending on how much interest you pay during the year. Given how amortization works, the mortgage tax deduction benefit is greatest at the beginning of the mortgage and gradually decreases as the amount of interest you pay goes down, while the amount of principal you pay goes up over the life of the mortgage. We encourage you to review related freeandclear.com videos such as fixed rate mortgage overview and mortgage tax benefit overview, and also check out our mortgage amortization calculator and detailed discussion and example of mortgage amortization in the Free and Clear Mortgage Process Guide. Thank you for reviewing how mortgage amortization works with freeandclear.com. freeandclear.com.